These dark days call for crimson nights, so when the sun sets, the crimson moon rises.
What's up, Crimson Knights? Good to see everybody. Welcome to the stream. As always, today's a special stream. It is Election Day. Hope that all of you who are old enough and eligible to vote have already done so, either through your mail-in ballots or going into your polling place in person voting. Extremely important to exercise your right to vote and get involved. Every vote's gonna count in this election, so make sure you guys get out there and vote. Crimson Wife and I went together and voted today, this morning, and very smooth and easy. And it's a beautiful day here in the Northeast, so get out there and vote, everybody. But I have off today for Election Day. Been using today. I voted. You know, just kind of been taking care of various things around the house, taking it easy this morning, and thought it'd be fun to do a little daytime stream and return back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. For this daytime stream, I decided to get my Final Fantasy XIV subscription going again and just ease back into it and check it out again. I've been wanting to play Final Fantasy XIV for a while. We are trying to focus on Alan Wake 2 and then finish up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth before really focusing and grinding Final Fantasy XIV. But you know what? For today, daytime stream, not as many people are going to be watching because people have work and school and whatnot during the day. Let's check out some Final Fantasy XIV during the day. So that's what we're going to do. I'll just play for a little while, a couple hours, something like that. We'll see how it goes. But welcome, Leah. Good to see you. I'm doing well. I'm feeling good. I'm happy to have a day off. Took an extra walk today with the Crimson Doggo because it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's a perfect fall day outside. Sunny, cool, but not cold. The leaves are blowing around. Like, I love it. It's a beautiful day. So I'm feeling good, and I'm excited to play some FF14. How about you? You said just got back home from voting. Leah, you know what? Just for that, Leah, since you got out there and voted, have 100 moon rocks on me. Way to go. Thank you for getting out there and voting, Leah. Mike, good to see you, says, don't forget your international fan base. I know, dude, but international fan base, it could be like the middle of the night for our friends in India and elsewhere in the world. So, for me, it's the middle of the day. I don't know. There's always something happening. But Mike, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Welcome. So I know that Final Fantasy XIV is not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's okay, but I love it, and I'm excited to get into it. Haven't played in a while. It's been a pretty long time since we've played Final Fantasy XIV. I'm excited to get back into it, so let's do it, Crimson Knights. Let's get into it. Leah said, sorry I haven't been here for the last few streams that you've done. We've had really bad weather. Nearly got hit by a tornado, but we're doing well. Leah, it is crazy how many tornado experiences I feel like you've had in the time that I've known you. I have pretty much never experienced a tornado, and I feel like you're just getting them all the time. The right one? I think it is. Trying to get you guys some audio. It's been so long since we've played Final Fantasy XIV that the scene's a little messed up here, but I think we're good. All right, we're good. All right, let's get into it. I think the last time we might have played Final Fantasy XIV, it hasn't been a year, but it's pretty much been a year because you can see we've got we've still got our Santa Claus skin on here, so we're gonna have to. The server is currently congested. Players in the queue. 2 players? Okay. I don't remember what is going on. Gonna take a minute to remember how to play. Alright, so how do I pull up my whole loadout and whatever? Is it C? Ah, okay, so C pulls this up. How do I pull up my inventory? Oops. All right, how about this? Gear set list. Let's go Bard. Okay. So we've got our Bard set equipped. Great. All right, now let's look at current main scenario quest. The Gift of Enmity. I think journal's what I'm looking for. Alright. So how do I move this bard thing out of here? Song gauge. Singing Army's Paean will display the action's corresponding song gauge, indicating the effect's time remaining. If the repertoire effect is triggered while Army's Paean is being sung, the bard is granted reduced weapon skill cast time and recast time, spell cast time and recast time, and auto attack delay according to number of stacks accumulated. Singing Mage's Ballad will display the corresponding song gauge, indicating the effect's time remaining. If the repertoire effect is triggered, how do you trigger a repertoire? I don't remember all this. I don't remember! So main scenario quest. The Gift of Eternity. We need to get over here. We need to get to Alaport. And then we can make our way over there. I really don't remember how to play very much, so bear with me, Crimson Knights, as we sort of ease back into this. Actually, how do... Okay, so... we got enough space. All right, so let's look at this now. The Gift of Eternity. Oh, here it is. Okay, the Gift of Eternity. Having made her final assessment of the situation, Merylwib gives the order for the operation to commence. According to the scout you rescued, the summoning ritual is being held at the Beastman Aetheryte, situated deep within the Sapsa spawning grounds. Accompany Ishtola into the Sahagin lair and fight your way to the Aetheryte. Go through the first checkpoint and defeat any Sahagin that appear. Alright. Now. Next, what do we have to do? We have to remember... Right. Okay, alright, alright. I'm sort of remembering. Can I go over this, I wonder? See if it'll let me. Probably not, but we're gonna try. Oh, it is. Oh, wow. So we can actually go over this. That's kind of cool. Leah said, this weather pattern has been really crazy. 1 minute we're under tornado watch. Next minute we're under severe thunderstorm watch. I mean, it's been really crazy. I mean, that is pretty crazy to me. Wait, where am I going? Going here. All right, so we need to meet up with Ishtola. All right, so let's see, what level am I? I am level 62. I'm a level 62 bard. The summoning ritual is taking place at the Beastman Aetheryte deep within. Thither we must go. Obstructing our way is a multitude of checkpoints. It would be well advised to dispatch as many enemies as possible along the way that we might avoid later interference. Let us take separate routes and merge before the Aetheryte, the better to confuse the enemy sentinels. Okay. So these are all part of a fate. Let's kill this guy, though. Okay. Alright, so can I go through this now? Is this where I'm supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? I'm not trying to join a fate. Alright, so is this what I'm supposed to go through here? Shelf scale guard. Alright. Bloodletter. These guys are level 50. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Leah said, my Siamese cat turned 5 years old yesterday. Leah, that's awesome. I had a Siamese cat growing up. It actually lived a pretty long time. Lived until I was like in college. Its name was Pickles. Pickles the cat. What's your cat's name? Right now, I'm just kind of killing everything. All right, looks like the next gate I have to get through is over here, maybe? Oh, God. You shall not pass. I have to get used to using, like, the numbers again to kill the enemies. Shelf-tooth guards. So, again, this is a game that Citrian actually is very into. He plays it a lot. And he's been putting the pressure on me for like a year to play it. So I'm trying to get back into it. The heck is this thing? A ballista? Let's kill these ballistas. And what Citrian tells me is that the story of this game is really great. And in fact, it's being backed up by other things that I'm reading as well. Like, I just read an article like yesterday, just randomly, about the top MMOs that you can play right now. And Final Fantasy XIV is actually listed as the top MMO that you can play right now on that article, for what that's worth. Wait, why do these keep coming back? The heck? Let's kill this thing. Wait, what am I doing? Let's just keep coming back? What am I doing? Go through the final checkpoint and defeat any Sahagin that appear, huh? Alright, I don't know. Let's get away from those ballistas, huh? Your cat's name is Thunder? That's awesome! A literal Thundercat. Did you ever watch that show? Thundercats. Alright, now what are we doing? It says, rejoin Ishtola. Alright, so she's over here. Let's kill all these. Oh, I got hit that time, huh? Alright, let's see what's going on with Ishtola here. We're getting her up. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on. Alright. Let's do it. The heck? Alright, these guys are all at the Aetheryte. We gotta save it.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
I love when there's actually voice acting. That's great. Oh! Who's this?
Did I miss much?
Thencrid. Let's go, baby. They're helping us out. Dang. Just took out everybody. All right, so it seems like I don't really have to do anything here.
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
The dual blades. Dang. Pretty good cutscenes. Yugiri.
To the Aetheryte.
Oh, what? All right, to the Etherite we go. John Cena, how's it going, man? John says, hello, just got back from voting. It was my first time voting. That's awesome, John. Way to go, man. Proud of you. How did it feel to vote for the very first time? Jeez, we just keep getting helped out by people. Every time we're about to fight somebody. Oh, here's Meryl Wib. Our leader.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
There's 100 moon rocks from me to you, John, for getting out there and voting. Way to do your civic duty as a good American. We're doing a little daytime stream of some Final Fantasy XIV.
Long have you shriveled Swordwalkers, tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end!
The Sahagin priest.
You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
It rhymed. What he said rhymed pretty nice.
Do you feel that?
Yeah, we're gonna have to stop them from whatever the heck they're doing.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
Minfilia!
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Oh! And then she just shot him in the head. Alright, he turned into a nice little orb. And it went into that guy. And he turned back into him. Alright, so he kind of can't die, apparently.
7 hells.
7 hells. John said, I'm going to a watch party to see who wins the election. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'll probably stay up and, like, kind of watch, but... well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't know. I don't know if a winner will be fully declared tonight. We'll see. It could be. You know, it could take a little while for a winner to be declared, and then even if a winner is declared, there could be some kind of fighting about it. You know, people talk about all these election I think that our election process is probably free and fair and well protected. But we'll see. Hopefully, there can just be a winner declared. Whoever loses concedes, and it's done. You know, that would be the best way to go. But we'll see. But I'll probably stay up and watch anyways for a little while. Crimson Wife, she's just gonna go to bed. I don't think she's gonna want to watch that.
I am eternal!
He thinks he's eternal, so do you think we're just gonna kill him right now, or what's gonna happen here?
Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, deliverance. I beseech you, come forth. Die, damn you!
She just shoots him again. Oh.
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Citrate says, wait, this isn't FF14. And for the first time in like a year, that is not true. We're playing a little bit of FF14 now. I have today off. And I wanted to take a little bit of time just to get a taste of FF14. And eventually we are going to start grinding it, but I got to finish Alan Wake 2 and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth first. But we're doing a daytime stream right now for a couple hours. Figured I'd wade back in and try to reacclimate myself to FF14. Remember how to play, remember what's going on, all that good stuff.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
She just keeps saying, damn it all! Well, that looks pretty awesome. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Is this Sahagin priest about to take over Leviathan? Oh, is Leviathan actually going to kill this Sahagin priest?
You emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Alright. Either this is really good or really bad, and I'm not sure. Seems possibly really good. Seems like maybe Leviathan helped us out, but I don't know. I don't entirely remember what's going on.
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon. Gather the
But how's it going,
supplies and get
Citrian?
ashore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
How did you come up with that? How did you figure that out? How'd you come to that conclusion? Crimson Knights, thank you for being here on this surprise daytime stream. Thank you for liking the video and being subscribed, join, followed on the channel on YouTube and on Twitch. I appreciate you guys and hope you're enjoying this bonus stream. Merylwib says, understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. Okay, so he's done it before. All right. So dude's done it before. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Hero's Bracelet of Casting, Hero's Bracelet of Healing. I'll take the Bracelet of Healing. Merylwib is brooding over Leviathan's return into the heart of the wall. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he's effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and match wood of us. We need another plan, that much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Okay. Now everybody's gonna leave. Alright. We accepted the next quest. Into the heart of the wall. Alright, so this is just like some special aetheryte that we can't really interact with. Alright. So now where are we going? We're going to Limsa Lominsa. Let's go! So, where are we going? We're going here. Let's go to the aft castle. Maddie, how's it going? Welcome. Alright, so I think where I'm going is over here. We got a little bonus stream going since I have off for election day. Wait. Where am I? Oh. Gotta be... Where the heck am I supposed to be? Oh, this is a different thing. Out of the blue is out here. Hold up. Where is this? Oh my gosh, I went to the wrong... Ugh. I was going to the wrong mission. Maddie said, going okay and no stream tonight still, I'm assuming. I'm not sure, Maddie. I'm not committing to it because I usually hang out with the Crimson wife on Tuesday nights. But because it's election night, I may stay up and like kind of pay attention to the election a little bit. So we'll see. I'm not sure. But we're at least doing this daytime stream right now. Xanthael, you're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. I won't. Let's go.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha.
Lanosha.
It was called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
I love that there's actually voice acting. This is awesome. Maddie, I can't remember. Are you eligible to vote? Did you get out and vote? Would this be your first election or what?
Aye. The thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
I kind of chose Limsa Lominsa, I think, as my base because of the red and black. You know, matching the crimson vibes.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells. Is there no way that we
7
might strike
hells!
back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Ainzar Slafferson.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself.
Sure is.
Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe.
Maddie said, most of us are in class watching, but me and Savannah voted since Bailey couldn't. Well, way to go on voting, Maddie. Moon rocks on me for exercising your civic duty of voting. Way to go. Appreciate you.
This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told.
Maddie said, Marshall and Tyrese refused to vote. Why?
If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe. But I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals.
Why is she always talking with her eyes closed? Like, open your eyes, lady.
The question being...
Okay, thank you.
Do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
She has cool eyes. Crystal white.
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul?
Mistbeard.
Lash two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
Towing vessel.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the
Slafierson.
is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
I'm like, yeah, I can see you
And
through
then
this
there is
mask
the small
somehow.
matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
All right. Speak with Ugiri. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come face to face with the Primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so much. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judge it best that it be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. It's already over. Awesome. One of the company heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We've dispatched one of our own to question the individual. Citrian said, I forgot that Ugiri was around this early. She's got a cool, like a cool outfit. I like it. I'm disinclined to put any store by this claim. And even should it be true, it is as Ishtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what can he tell us that we do not know already? It's always so hard to read in this game because, like, I do not talk like this. No one talks like this. So it's hard to read. Out loud, at least. And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any matter of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Crimson, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosia. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Alright, now we gotta go speak with the Storm Private at the Grey Fleet. To confront the Lord of the World in his watery domain is far from ideal, and he's not like to come to us. Would that he lacked the means to strike us from afar. Being the observant adventurer that you are, you will doubtless have noticed my dagger work back at Sapsa. Yeah, it was pretty hard to not notice, given that you had a giant cutscene. You know me, Crimson, I like to dabble in a bit of this and a bit of that. The Sahagan Elder claimed to have become eternal, yet he was summarily consumed by a Leviathan. What might this imply? Alright, Storm Private at the Grey Fleet. So where's this? It's in Lower Lenosia, so let's see. How do I get out there? I don't remember. I guess I could go out to Middle Lenosia. Let's just go this way and see what happens. Alright, and then lower Lenosha's down this way. Nothing like looking at a phoenix butt. Nice, alright, so I can just fly right through here. And then where am I going? Oh my gosh, why are there so many quests? Alright, we gotta fly basically straight across. There's a lot of quests out here, jeez. I love the Final Fantasy soundtracks. You guys know that. Final Fantasy always has such great soundtracks. All right, here's the storm, Private. Tractum. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry the sack of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the Chocobo stables. Sorry, Chocobo. And before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Is that guy not wearing pants? Gods, man, I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And do you hear me complaining? Bah, suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you ken? Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetis. What? Now, Leviabetis is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. His member? When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusted axe out of me hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. Well, what happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some who say you can never truly beat Leviabetis. That you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that ain't happened much. Remember's tiny. It's pathetic. He was talking about... He actually was talking about it. Oh my gosh. Sometimes this game... I sure as hells didn't fight Leviabetis, but I've seen him with my own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking me duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. Great big massive sea serpent some malms off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sworded myself right there and then. Oh gods, just remembering that day made me soil myself all over again. Dude literally has poo just running down his leg. Hey, wait! If you're here asking after Leviabetis, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying whore son. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Well, this was a waste of time. Crimson, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? Beg your pardon, Leviabetus? I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at Moraby Dry Docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Alright, thanks for that. They call me a working man. I reckon that's what I am. Drinking under the chief's nose, sneaking out the back door, and nobody'll ever know. I know. And I am disappointed in you. Very disappointed. Alright, let's go back to the dry docks here. At Moraby Dry Docks. I'm just fast traveling around, man. I gotta get used to navigating this world again. Where am I going? I gotta go down here, I think. Alright, here he is. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Leader, I'll call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she's been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she's nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The World Leader and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Man, there are quests everywhere. Enzar stands ready to send you off to your encounter with the Lord of the World. Let's do it. Ah, I know that look. You're ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Leader may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She's been fitted with what our friends at Naldik and Vilmelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. Something tells me that is exactly what we're going to need to do. It's expected the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Ishtola, I would have you assist in this effort. Ugiri, if it's to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Ishtola, if you would join the 3rd Levy, and Lady Ugiri, the 5th. Good luck, and Godspeed. But what words have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Crimson. May the crystal bless and keep you. The World Leader, hard, now accessible. The duty finder's been updated with the new duty. Oh, man. It will require no small amount of helmsmanship to tow the World Leader. I dare say delivering you safely to Leviathan would be a battle in itself. In order to build the World Leader, we had to decommission 2 perfectly serviceable galleons. Suffice it to say, their captains weren't best pleased with the notion, but when I offered them the chance to keep their ships and face Leviathan in our stead, they magnanimously withdrew their complaints. We must all make sacrifices for the greater good, they said. Would that we had armed ourselves with more knowledge beforehand. Well, it cannot be helped. I take comfort in the fact that you've faced worse odds in the past than have ever prevailed. You will do so again, of that I have no doubt. When first mastering Tsar, proposed the twin vessel, I must confess that I had my doubts. Only now that the World Eater is complete do I see the elegance of this solution. To complete the twin vessel in so short a time with limited materials, the people of Naldik and Vilmelius have won an admirer in me. When the battle is won and Leviathan's waves are stilled, we must partake of a barrel of something, you and I. I care not what, so long as it's strong enough to daze a primal and plentiful enough to drown him. Har har! Storm Sergeant Sternloda at your service. The World Leader's loaded and ready, sir. I'll give the signal for the towing vessel to weigh anchor as soon as you're aboard. There's not a soul among us who wouldn't lay down his life to ensure you reach your target, sir. So you just concentrate on skewering that overgrown sea snake and leave the rest to us. Alright, let's go. Reward will be 15 Allegan Tomestones of Poetics. The Sahagin, reviled beast tribe native to the Indigo Deep, have succeeded in summoning forth their voracious god, the primal Leviathan. Should the mighty serpent be allowed to unleash a tidal wave, the entire city of Limsa Lominsa will be swept into the sea. Faced with watery oblivion, the leaders of the Maelstrom have conceived a desperate plan. By lashing together 2 warships and filling their holds with corrupted crystals, they hope to pierce the Lord of the World's defenses and give a chosen few the chance to dispatch the primal with a courage and steel. The World Leader sits in the bay with her towing vessel to triumph, awaiting but the command to cast off. No duty's been selected. Oh. Duty registration complete. All right, so we're forming a party. I haven't really played in a party. I mean, I haven't played this game, period, but I haven't played in a party in a long time, so hopefully I don't screw this up too bad for these guys. Here we go. All right, so it looks like there are 4 attackers, 2 healers, and 2 tanks, for a total of 8 party members on this duty. That's a big deal. I've never done this before. Jeremiah and Woods, aka .rec, good to see you guys. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Woods said, explain the earliness. The earliness is because today is election day and I have off today. So, decided to do a bonus daytime stream for a little bit. And wanted to wade back in or reacclimate to some Final Fantasy XIV. So, we've just been streaming for an hour. And, you know, we're just going to stream a little bit. Just streaming for a little bit. Doing a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV during the day. But welcome, welcome, guys. Thanks for being here for the surprise stream, daytime stream. And as always, thank you for liking the video. Appreciate everybody. All right, we got our full party here. Here we go, Crimson Knights. This is an 8-person duty. We're taking on the Leviathan. He's got some kind of shield around him. Energy shield. Oh no. He's gonna start shooting bubbles at us. And here I was thinking Leviathan was good. Watch him just like immediately sink us. Alright, so our little platform is being towed. And this is where we're gonna fight Leviathan from this platform. Let's get him! Man, I'm getting so many political calls and texts. Wow. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I feel like the people I'm playing with are gonna be like, this guy's an idiot, he doesn't know what he's doing. And that's true, I don't. I've never played against this guy before, and it's been a while since I played Final Fantasy XIV, so I don't know how to do this. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, so he, like, sucks us to one side, huh? Oh. I'm dead. I don't know what I'm doing! Ranged on tail. Where's the oh, okay, okay. That hurts. Oh, whoops, I'm in the wrong thing. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. I don't remember all the things I'm supposed to do. All right, we've almost got this tail done. Wait, so did we defeat him? Was that it? I mean, I know I died, but wow. Awesome. Awesome. All right, so I guess that's it. We defeated him just like that. Okay, now what? Report to Merylwib in the command room in Limsa Lominsa. What's this guy have to say for himself? By the Navigator, you did it! You defeated Leviathan in his own domain! I witnessed the battle from afar, saw the beast sink lifeless beneath the waves, and still I labor to believe it. The Admiral had hoped to thank you the moment you came ashore, but she thought it meet to accompany the fleet back to Limsa. Pray present yourself to her at your earliest convenience. She will be eager to hear your account of the day's events. All right, so now where we're going, we got to go back here. Serena FF14. Are you some sort of spam account, Serena? Probably. All right, so where do we need to go now? We need to go back over to the command room, right? Over this way. Alright, we defeated Leviathan, Crimson Knights. That's cool. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it was best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today, I will permit myself a few words. Ahem. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Bing.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
You're welcome.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind
I wish I
me
could
of the
summon
vastness of
Leviathan.
life
That'd be cool.
and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
I'd be down to learn at some point.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity.
Oh,
Its
yeah?
members are trained in a form of combat, not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the
I was gonna say,
Crimson
didn't it used to be bad?
Yestola! You jest, of course.
Not
But for
really.
a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Ugiri, I am told
Ugiri.
that you and yours came to Eorzea
Lady Ugiri.
for permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Morderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment. But if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
That's a good trade. We'll take it. She's like, oh
Wish you were
God,
in private.
why are you back there?
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'shtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I don't know. Seems like we can just kill the monsters.
I'll not deny your reasoning. But when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then. But know that it will lead to no good end.
Well, what's your solution, Y'shtola? You're not offering an alternate, like, option here.
Man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
A little bit of philosophizing. Lord of the world, complete. Awesome. Alright, speak with Wilfok at the Blood Shore. Oh wait, no, that's not what I'm doing. When Yugiri met the fraternity. Xanthael has orders to point you in the direction of the Lominsan underworld. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for small fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Hyuran man there, and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I'm obliged to remind you that the members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced abide in the shadows of Lominsan society. They value their independence more highly than pirates and are united by a bold bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But here's the letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. Alright. Let's keep on going. When Ugiri met the fraternity. Let's talk to this inconspicuous man. And there's also a shadow woman. Shadowy woman. What, didn't your mammy teach you it's rude to stare? Got business with me, adventurer. Merwib's letter of introduction. So, you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred, too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eaten grin. But what with all doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner, what Merwib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, milady. I'm Ugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you've developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art too are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There's much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, Ugiri of Do-What's-It can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ha, that didn't come out right, did it? Master Crimson, I shall remain with these people for a time that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us, Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Through the maelstrom, Ugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much and more has occurred since I first beheld Eorzea with the galleon's deck. From the galleon's deck, suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I've kept you over long. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person. But I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, Warrior of Light. Alright, now we gotta go talk to Minfilia. She's at Mordona. Goodbye, Ugiri! Wait. That is not the right way. Oh, it's like right in front of me, right? Rising Stone's entrance. All right, let's go in. Into a cutscene?
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan.
Just like he
And
wanted.
in support of this observation, if the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Charlemagne,
Urianger.
my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
What the heck happened?
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had
Ceased to be. Sorry, I accidentally
postulated
clicked.
that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
That was kind of a delayed reaction.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
This dude's just sitting there by himself forever.
It is done, my lord.
Teleji Elegi's manservant. Telegia Adelegi's manservant.
I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Oh, I love that. Revolution. Knocked earrings. All right, so what does this do? Strength plus 20, critical hit plus 21. Gloam earrings, auroral earrings. Alright, so what's this do? Direct hit rate, vitality. What's the difference here? What am I missing here? I don't see a difference. Here, Auroral has a higher direct hit, lower critical hit. That's the only difference I see. I don't know. Let's go for Knocked. I don't know. Through the Maelstrom. Achievement unlocked. Alright. The Great Divide. Minfilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students at Baldesion. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Orianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Moggle Mog the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12's wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Acelia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. Acelia? What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they're in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acelia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Crimson, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Girl, you welcome. Alright, speak with the refugees in the 7th heaven. Now, I'm kind of curious, so... Great Divide... Alright, I just want to check, like, what... what am I checking? I want to check where we're at in the quest line. So, FF14 main story quests. Alright, so we just finished through the Maelstrom. Now we're in patch 2.3, Defenders of Eorzea. Then there's patch 2.4, Dreams of Ice. Patch 2.5, Before the Fall. And then we would get into Heavensward. So we still got a lot of quests to go. We finished through the Maelstrom. Now we're into Defenders of Eorzea. So we're still doing the patches at the end of the base game. All right, Crimson Knights, let me take a quick break. Gonna go grab a snack. I'll BRB. So how's everybody doing out there? Oh my gosh, Maddie with the scream. That's how you're doing? Maddie said she's doing well. That's good. Let's see. Let's change my minion. I can be followed around by a little spider. Chigo larva. All right. Then let's also see. Recommended gear. Nothing. So looks like I'm wearing all the best gear according to the game, at least. Gonna eat some Pringles. Basically, I'm stealing snacks from my kids' lunches. It shows like all these quests on the side. I was trying to see if I could have it only display the quests like that I want. I don't know. Any news out there on election stuff, Crimson Knights? What's it looking like? Doesn't seem like too much. All right. Nice little snack break. All right, let's get back into it. Draggle-tailed refugee. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run, the only question was where, and then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. No, we won't. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was a product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it's not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who've been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word... Tataru? Is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphinaud has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I'm not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphinaud, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Are we about to, like, go kill refugees? Oh my gosh. Better not be. There better be something else going on here. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Palpalimo will see to it. Alphinaud's being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Crimson! Search for Alphinaud in Ul'dah. Alright, let's find this dude. Before it's too late! Alright, so we're looking for this dude up here. And there he is. Easy. He's like, hey, I'm fine.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration.
Freaking Tataru, come on!
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost.
Ooh, look at that
And
food.
some would say the only
Making me hungry
measure of
over
a man's
here.
worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor.
Sucker.
Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Not a good situation.
The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
Maddie said, I ate lunch and I Ubered food for breakfast and lunch today. I actually went to Dunkin' Donuts, got myself a nice peppermint mocha and a breakfast sandwich for breakfast today. That was quite good.
It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Daystar earrings or even star earrings. Let's go for even star. Evening star. Even star. Alphanod wishes to investigate the circumstances surrounding the riot in desperate times. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon this matter. Speak with Raban at the Hall of Flames. Alright, where's the Hall of Flames? Over here. Maddie said, Uber Subway for breakfast and Uber Wendy's for lunch. Subway for breakfast? What'd you get? I have not had Subway in a long time. Alright, here's Raban. Raban. Now's not a good time, Crimson. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Look at this shorty. Alphanod, back on your feet already? You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. I don't know. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout the Thanalan. We've sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They're damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Eldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what are those who have not even a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. The General's no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Crimson. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Maddie said she had an omelet and French toast. An omelet and French toast from Subway. Sounds good, though. Love me some French toast. I've never been as big on omelets. I can enjoy an omelet, but I've never been as big on them. I tend to like French toast, pancakes, just straight up eggs, over easy, toast, bacon. You look as though you have something to say, Crimson, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there's wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The brass blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the blades posted there. Alright, we gotta get out to the Lost Hope. I used to go to Subway a good bit because in college there was a Subway, you know, on the block. So we would always go to the Subway. Oh my gosh, my polar bear can fly. Amalberga and Leofric. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. I mean, those refugees. No, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation, are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest idea what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. Where is Zazawaka? Don't hurt me, I'm not one of them! I beg your pardon, you're not a flame? I see. If Leofric bids you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words, beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. Terrified refugee. Well, what are you doing? Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Don't draw! Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me. Be here to soothe me. Why? Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Okay, we gotta soothe him. You try to comfort the terrified refugee. Who are you? What do you want? Aye, it's true. I followed the merchant and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he'd brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He splits us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting. The flames were shouting to give no quarter, and... Oh god, it's the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Let's go with the Auroral Ring. The terrified refugee would have you find his brethren and convince them to lay down their arms in shock and awe. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if we only had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, That's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they'll agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. All right, let's go look for these refugees. Let's go, Chocobo! Wait, so where are these guys? Ah. How do I get off this thing? Desperate refugee. 7 hells, they found us! Everyone, grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point! So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. I'm under attack. Okay, now I am actually fighting refugees. Alright, so we just ended a bunch of refugees' lives. Now let's talk to this guy again. You beat him like it was nothing. Thal almighty, what are we gonna do now? Speak with the terrified refugee. Alright, now we gotta go back. Also, Crimson Knights, I think I leveled up to level 63. We're level 63 now. Jeremiah says, use code MOON when buying or gifting the Fortnite Battle Pass. Please do. Thank you, everybody. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What are the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else could he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. The Even Star or the Day Star? Let's go with Even Star again. The terrified refugee would have you find the shady figure who's trying to stir dissent among his brethren. Reap the whirlwind. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Search Stone's Throw for the merchant. Alright, so where's that? Alright, that's all the way over here. Use code MOON, M-U-N-E, in the Fortnite item shop and Epic Games Store. Thanks for the little reminder, Jeremiah. I think that was Jeremiah. I assume it's Jeremiah. Oh, it was Maddie. Thanks, Maddie. Sorry about that. I didn't see it before the alert disappeared. Let's talk to little L. Have you seen my parents? No. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry, and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look, over there. I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Thanks for saying that out loud. Jeremiah said I used code MOON when I got, Dark Deception on Epic. Jeremiah, thank you so much for using code MOON, dude. Appreciate that. Alright, I gotta chase this guy down. He's getting away! Go get him, mister! Okay, girl. Will do. Where'd this guy go? Search for the merchant in the Ul'dah dispatch yard. I mean, he can't have gotten that far, right? No, thanks so much, Jeremiah. I do appreciate that. Means a lot that you guys think of me and this channel, Crimson Knights. You again, why are you pursuing me? Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who's filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None! No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I gave Kikir and Zars about politics. It was business. Only business. What are we looking around at here? We both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Oh, dang! What's all this commotion? I didn't do it. I know this looks suspicious. Look at her face. 7 hells! Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. Welcome back, Leah. Jeremiah said, what does the creator code do? The creator code just gives a portion of... It gives a small percentage of the proceeds from your purchases towards the channel. And the only problem is I don't actually get a payout unless it reaches a certain threshold. So I've actually never gotten a payout from Epic Games. But if enough people use the code, eventually I would get a payout. So it's just another way to support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra, though. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. It wasn't me. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Report to Swift at the Hall of Flames. Alright, so we gotta get back into Ul'dah. The problem, Maddie, is the threshold resets every year. So if you don't hit the threshold in a year, then it resets and you have to try again. So unfortunately, it did reset a month or two ago. So if you have a big enough following, it's great, you know? But for someone small like me, the threshold's kind of a killer. But we still made great progress, you know? So I'm hopeful that maybe this year we might get a payout. We'll see. We'll see. What news, Crimson? Where's the merchant? Murdered! Damn it all to the seventh hell. It was not simply murder, Crimson, he was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Knocked, Choker, Gloam, or Auroral? Let's go Auroral again. Revolution! Swift has a message for you from General Raban. The Flame General left word that you are to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alphinaud has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Bartholomew? Alright, where's the Royal Promenade? Oh. Where am I trying to get to? Revolution. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside.
apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Ah, Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji!
But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Aye.
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled. Which is
Look at
why
that
each
landscape.
nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
So he's trying to use the cover of...
The unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He's trying to use the cover of helping refugees to take valuable land. This evil little guy?
Independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
No doubt for sure.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
Omega.
Pardon?
What's Omega?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger.
Oh my gosh.
It has yet to be fully excavated.
There's a giant monster, huh?
Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cotonou Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye. We were skeptical ourselves.
I wonder if we'll end up having to fight that thing.
Until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
Enjoying some emojis right now, Jeremiah?
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Carlians did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Teleji Adeleji!
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Dude, these Lalafels are just hilarious. Lalafels are all hilarious. Their names, their little faces. The fact that the most evil one has a little mustache. Recent revelations weigh heavily on Alphanod's mind. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. One Lalafell. Maddie said, yesterday I got 3 fetal bars. The flavor, bean cookie and cream peanut butter and peanut butter crunch. Fetal bars? I actually don't know what that is. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions, that they even felt the need to do so is most troubling? It would be in our best military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you're already well positioned to do so, Sergeant Moon. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cotonou. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children. Oh, Feastables. Gotcha. I'm sorry. Oh, this is that little girl, Elle, looking for her parents. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Barely. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. Also, he got shot through the heart with an arrow at distance. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll let me look, mister? Of course, but first, I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal, even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. What are you talking about, a change? That's treason! Crimson, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelves Wood has taken a turn for the worst. I'll explain in detail once you arrive. The Twelves Wood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I've received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Go, Crimson. You know as well as I the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I'm more than capable of protecting myself. Teleji Adeleji! I just liked when Alphino was like, Teleji Adeleji? Let's see, where are we at? All right. All right, Crimson Knights. This has been fun. We're coming up on 4 p.m. Eastern time. I gotta do some other stuff. Crimson kids are gonna be back from school soon. So, this was fun. It's possible that I may stream a little bit some more later tonight, like late tonight, while I'm kind of keeping an eye on election stuff, but don't count on it, all right? I'm not planning to stream, but it's possible that I will. But this was fun. I've been wanting to get back into a little bit of Final Fantasy XIV for a while now. And again, we're still playing through Alan Wake 2. We're going to finish up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But Citrine's been putting on the pressure, making me want to play some Final Fantasy XIV. So glad that we were able to get in a bonus daytime stream. Start to reacclimate, get back into it, make a little bit of progress on those patch quests. So thank you for joining, everybody, and special super shout out to everybody who voted today. Way to go, exercising your civic duty. Have a great rest of your day, and if I don't see it tonight, I'll see it tomorrow night, everybody. Have a good one, Crimson Knights. See you soon.